the charges.
No, she tried, but they dropped them.
There was not enough supporting evidence.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's my baseball tidbit tonight. Aroldis Chapman, one of my favorite pitchers because he's the only guy in the major leagues that I know of that throws 104. Yeah, that kind of heat.
Plus the Cubs are looking at him right now. So.
No, he signed with the Yankees, man, and that's what's like. What team's going to take a guy that's going to choke out his girlfriend? The Yankees. Yankees will take him. That's all cool. But
you can throw 104 fastball. A lot of teams probably today. Right down to it.
And they're like, oh wait, we can get him at a cut rate.
Yeah, exactly.
That's ridiculous. And he's young. He's like, I don't know how I could Google him, but I'm assuming he's like 30, 28, something like that.
So what's the signing bonus? X amount of ammunition?
What's his name again?
Before you end up sports, I want to make just an announcement that Tom Conklin, the old timer, being an old timer, I got to stick up for the old timer. After 12 years with the New York Giants, he stepped down after kind of a losing season. He had a winning season.
Yeah.
He won more than he lost, but there were a lot of tears in the eyes when he announced his retirement.
Really? I mean, okay. Like when Nolan Ryan retired, when Cal Ripken Jr., when Wade Boggs retired, people got sad. But those guys got presents, man. Like Wade Boggs got a bass boat and a truck, and they pulled it out in the field at Tropicana Field, and they're like, everyone's all sad that he's retiring, and all of a sudden, hey, you get a bass boat. How sad is that, really? I mean, that guy's a badass. Anyway, I say badass too much. It's all Hoppy's fault, man. He's infused my brain with the word badass. I'm gonna probably go to his house and throw a 104-mile-an-hour bullet.
Yeah, this dude, he is 6'4", 215 pounds. He bats left, throws left.
He's not batting anymore in the
his
American League.
Is $8 million.
And that's his old salary. What did he sign for?
Probably.
Yeah, and that's probably a 4-year deal, $8 million a year.
Yeah.
I bet you he's worth, at this contract that he just signed, I bet you he's got a good agent with the Yankees. I'm saying my guess is going to be $50 million over 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, like 12 million, 12 and a half a year or something like that, with bonuses, maybe 10 the first, 12 the second.
$250,000 a week.
Basically, like 15 grand a pitch. You know what I mean? Something ridiculous, man.
All right, well, I think it's time we move on, man. This has been our longest sports
ever.
What's wrong with that?
Half hour ever.
Oh, because a lot of people aren't into sports. They just don't understand the Redskins.
Yeah, I don't either, but
that explains it all.
Hey, look.
Let's move on to something else.
Hold on. New sound effect. Every time Chuck drops an F-bomb, I can just do this. Yeah, let's try it out, Chuck.
What?
Wait. What was that first part?
I was trying to sneak something in. I was trying to sneak it in.
Write them down.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, fuck. See?
That's 4. Let's try again.
Ready?
1, 2,
fuck.
Chuck's got 5.
Just do that for the whole show.
For the next 6 days to 6 months, you're just a test. If it's been a real relationship, you have a ring by now. Now hit the tongue.
Hold on, I can do it for myself, and I'll never have to pay in the jar again. Exactly. I can be like, Chuck, I hate you, Chuck. I cannot stand your ass anymore. Every time I see you, I just want to blow out a big old turd. All right, cool. We got a new dump button.
It works for you. All right.
You know what else works for me is when Chuck does this. Wait for it.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's not working. Oh,
no.
Whatever.
All right, we're moving on.
Not really.
Let's go to the whiteboard. What do we got?
News?
Yeah.
News.
Let's do it.
Do you want to save news for the third hour? Or?
Hell no. We said we were going to do sports
Hell
and
no.
news. We're going to go ad-lib totally in the third hour.
That's cool. All right, well, we got
I got
plenty
some
of time.
serious points I want to bring out.
What do you got? I'm sorry.
I'm not primed up yet.
Here, let's get primed up. You ready, guys?
Yeah. Let's get primed up.
Chuck needs a room. If you've got one for rent, call him at the Kevin Holly Show.
Oops, wrong bumper. All right, here we go. I'm sorry. I love you.
Bumperstein.
It's time for the Kevin Holly Show News, featuring Jay, Pops, Homeless Chuck, and Kevin Holly, where you'll hear more about news, a little bit more information about what's in the news, and what's new with the news on the Kevin Holly Show.
Man, I can't wait till we get new bumper and rejoin clips. Nobody's doing it. I'm about to fire everybody. I'm about to quit both my jobs so I can just make nothing but bumper music.
Listen, I've been reminding Pops every day when I leave for work. I'm like, dude, the computer's over there, the board. Just get up there, make some bumpers. He's not,
Yeah. Well, there's 188 keys on a piano, and Pops can see none of them. So, yeah, that's
all right.
great.
I'll
Way to
tell
go.
you what, Kevin. There is so much going on the news this week.
I know.
It is insane.
It surely is, dude.
So much of it leads into different things, but I want to start out talking about Obama and his executive order to bypass Congress and go ahead and enforce gun laws. And it's funny because I saw something today where he was complaining about George Bush and how he pulled so much executive order, and I will not be a president to do that. And he has been the worst president in our history to pull executive order and slide stuff underneath Congress. It's sickening, and it's drawing to a halt where I think something really needs to be done. Of course, Chuck, you saw Obama on the television yesterday where he put the tear to his eye. He put something.
It's so staged. He's a puppet.
All right. Well, I want to bring to point something. I watch a lot of news. I watch Fox News. I even watch CNN, ABC. I watch them all just to get a different perspective on what I'm seeing. And I want to point out a fact that I personally believe has not been mentioned on any. And I was listening to Rush Limbaugh today. This is something that has not been mentioned. And I want to say what's going to happen if he pushes this through a year from now. Okay. Hopefully, we're not going to be having a liberal presidential seat. But what the liberals are going to be saying a year from now, one of two things is going to happen in our country. Either gun violence is going to increase or it's going to decrease. Right. Not because of this bill, not because of what he's trying to push through office, but one or the other is going to happen because that's what happens. It's or right. Even if it stays the same. Right. What the liberals are going to come out and say at either end of this is if gun violence increases.
Hold on. Before we get into it, we've got a call on the hotline here. Kevin Holly Show, you're live. Please don't cuss. What's up?
Sorry. What's going on,
Danny
guys?
and Alyssa.
Oh, it's Danny Braun and Alyssa Walk. What's happening?
You guys are happening.
Hey, listen, we're getting into a topic about Obama and his executive order for gun control.
That's crazy calls right at that point.
Yeah, you must have been listening. What do you think about that?
You really don't. I don't have to put like $10 into the swear jar. It's really
It's stupid because once they take away the guns, how are we going to protect ourselves from anything?
Yeah, how about it? And why did they make the Second Amendment? So that we can protect ourselves from the tyranny of an oppressive government, right?
That's
absolutely.
Well, to be honest, if they take away the guns, it's on, because that means we just got to get more brutal. We just got to come up with milking spiders for their venom and dipping needles in their poison and spitting them out at people. And
wait a minute.
No, I mean, I totally agree with that.
Hold on, is that Alana or Alyssa?
Listen, man, if you take away the guns, man, you make them illegal for criminals. It's gonna work. They should probably make cocaine illegal. That kind of stuff.
I'm pretty sure it's already illegal. Yeah.
The thing that's real.
That sounds stupid.
Danny, the thing that's really scary about it is there's no true definition of what makes you go on the list of being mentally unsafe, or that's all being put into the federal government's hands.
Well, Jay, what I heard is that if a doctor can say, that you're unstable for whatever reasons, but this bill that it's not even a bill, it's an executive order. He's saying that if you appear to be, and now I'm just talking off the cuff here, not, off the order, but from what I understand, if you appear to be anti-American or anti-government or anti what the mainstream media is pumping out, that they can say that you're like a militia member, you're mentally unstable, you have these views that are what's the word I'm looking for?
Unstable.
Extreme. Yeah, and then they put you on there. You know what I mean? So, but what are they going to really do? Knock on your door and say, "Give me all your guns"? It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, but it does lead towards a situation that I'm not comfortable with, and when it's not good. It's not good.
I mean, I had myself on a few firearms, and I'm building my own AR-15. I support the Second Amendment.
Are you 3D printing it or making it out of Legos?
We need to buy some more.
You need more Legos. All right, well, let's start a GoFundMe for more Legos for Danny B.
Change of
We need a
topic
Batman
here.
Lego.
You guys use that little punishment throw?
The punishment dartboard yet?
Yeah.
No, we're moving the studio next week, so after we move the studio, it's going up permanently, though.
Alright.
It's sitting right here.
I mean, we
You
can
have random hey, throw the ball, see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be permanent. We can still place it on your bunghole and let people shoot at your bum. It doesn't have to be on the wall or anything,
Why is he always going straight for the bunghole?
Well, every time I hear your voice, I think, bunghole.
He's a bung monster, dude. Don't pay any attention to him.
Hey,
no.
Guys, you hear that noise? Listen. Oh, he turned it off. Never mind.
Hey, Danny.
Chuck's just washing dishes during the show.
Right? Last week he was playing with a plastic trash bag. Hey, Pops has something to say to you guys. What's
Dan,
up, Pops?
What's up?
You heard what happened in Afghanistan today.
What?
They shot down a helicopter. One guy got killed and 2 guys got injured. And another.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, they Taliban, and they went in. They did get the guys. Well, the one dead guy and the 2 injured guys, but there's that area there, south part of Afghanistan.
What the fuck was that?
Those guys are going through shit over there, big time.
Well, that's war, Pops. I mean, you've been there. You've been there.
He was there, and I didn't know if you'd heard it, but.
No, usually the Taliban they don't mess around with anything that's up in the air.
There's 7,800 troops in Afghanistan, and they're talking about pulling them, and they really want more there to help them with the problems.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to downplay it like that's war, Pops, but it sucks, man. People are gonna,
Well, I just was giving him the heads up.
Let's hey, Pops, I'll tell you what. Let's find out who those guys were. And we'll honor them during our next show and say their names and give them props.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a good idea.
I just wanted to mention it to you.
Yeah, that's a sad situation, man. It's really horrible. War sucks, man.
There's craziness going on all over the world. What about North Korea?
How about North Korea, Jay? Jay's going on a rant about North Korea tonight.
Dude, I'm pissed about
America.
I'm pissed about all kinds of stuff going on in the world right now. North Korea is trying hydrogen bombs. There's crazy stuff going on. Saudi Arabia just cut ties with Iran, which we should. We should have never let them have the deal that they just had.
No, they gave them money before the deal, not to do the deal, and then they gave them the deal.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous,
It's horrible.
I mean, I'm no ambassador to any country. I mean, I'm just a comic. But, I mean, it's even as an uneducated associate degree science major like myself, I can see clearly that was a pretty bunk situation over the last, I don't know, 30 years, Chuck? Chuck's eating
37.
chili. 37 years, Chuck says. Yeah.
Chuck's eating chili.